George Soros is a name that stirs intense debates and fuels numerous conspiracy theories. He's a man whose real-life story is as fascinating as the fables spun around him. Born on August 12, 1930, in Budapest, Hungary, Soros's journey from a young boy growing up during the turmoil of World War II to becoming one of the world's most influential financiers and philanthropists is nothing short of remarkable. He has given $32 billion to healthcare, anti-fascist publications, human rights, economic, legal, and social reform. Soros is a passionate and open-minded individual, committed to using his substantial resources to fight the injustices inherent in much of modern society, including human rights, economic disparity, criminal injustice, and the rise of authoritarianism. His Open Society foundations work on various causes to tackle the problems of the day. George Soros was born as Georgi Schwartz to a Jewish family in Hungary. The world he was born into was about to be shaken to its core. In 1944, when Soros was just 13 years old, Nazi Germany occupied Hungary. As Jews faced persecution and deportation to concentration camps, Soros's father, Tivadar, a lawyer, made the difficult decision to split the family and acquire forged documents to disguise their identities. He understood that survival required deception and caution. Young George was placed with a Christian family, and his father secured papers for him under the name of a Hungarian official. It was a time of immense fear, and when Soros learned valuable lessons about survival, risk, and adaptation. These experiences would later shape his worldview, one in which he often emphasized the importance of open societies and the need to defend human rights. After the war, Soros emigrated to England in 1947. There, he attended the London School of Economics, where he studied under the tutelage of philosopher Karl Popper. Popper's ideas about open societies and the fallibility of human knowledge greatly influenced Soros's thinking. Soros became captivated by the notion that no philosophy or ideology holds all the answers, a concept that would become central to his later philanthropic endeavors. In 1956, Soros moved to the United States, beginning his career in finance. After working for several investment firms, he founded his hedge fund in 1969, initially named the Quantum Fund. This began Soros's rise to prominence in the financial world. Soros is known as the man who broke the Bank of England because of one of the most famous chapters in his life. By 1992, Soros had amassed a fortune through his hedge fund and was known for his ability to speculate on global financial markets. Soros and his fund boldly bet that the British pound was overvalued in September that year. The United Kingdom was part of the European Exchange Rate Mechanism (ERM), which required them to maintain a fixed exchange rate between the pound and other European currencies. Soros predicted that the pound would be devalued due to mounting economic pressures. On September 16, 1992, a day now known as Black Wednesday, Soros's Quantum Fund executed a massive short sale of the pound, betting billions of dollars that the currency would fall in value. His gamble paid off. The British government was forced to withdraw from the ERM and devalue the pound. Soros reportedly made $1 billion in profit, earning him the nickname, the man who broke the Bank of England. While Soros's financial coup was legal and based on an astute analysis of market conditions, it earned him both admiration and infamy. He became a symbol of the powerful financier, capable of influencing national economies. His reputation as an intelligent and calculating investor grew, but so did the seeds of suspicion and conspiracy that would follow him for the rest of his life. Despite or perhaps because of his immense wealth, Soros became increasingly focused on philanthropy in the latter half of his career. In 1979, he began giving scholarships to Black South African students during the apartheid regime. This began a lifelong commitment to advancing democracy, human rights, and social justice. In 1984, Soros founded the Open Society Foundation, OSF, to promote open societies where governments are accountable and individual rights are respected. The foundation has since grown into one of the world's largest philanthropic organizations, operating in over 120 countries. Soros's philanthropic focus has been supporting civil society, education, human rights, and political reform, particularly in post-communist countries in Eastern Europe. He played a vital role in the peaceful transitions to democracy in countries like Hungary, Poland, and Czechoslovakia after the fall of the Soviet Union. Soros's OSF has also funded efforts to combat corruption, promote public health, and support marginalized groups worldwide. With great power and influence often comes excellent scrutiny, which has sometimes taken on a sinister edge for Soros. Over the years, he has become a frequent target of conspiracy theories, many of them baseless and anti-Semitic in nature. His wealth, his Hungarian Jewish heritage, and his philanthropic efforts to promote liberal causes have made him a convenient scapegoat for populist and nationalist movements across the globe. Conspiracies range from the absurd claiming Soros orchestrates global immigration waves, to the more infamous accusations that he seeks to control world governments through his philanthropy. Soros's support for progressive causes, including refugee rights, democratic reforms, and environmental activism, has made him a favorite villain for far-right movements and authoritarian regimes. The most persistent myth about Soros is that he operates behind the scenes, pulling strings in political affairs. While it's true that Soros has supported numerous political causes, particularly those promoting democratic values, the scale of his influence is often exaggerated or misrepresented. Many of his funded projects focus on grassroots activism and education aimed at empowering individuals rather than governments. At 94 years old, Soros remains active, although he has stepped back from the day-to-day management of his philanthropic empire, passing much of that responsibility to his son, Alexander. Nonetheless, his vision for open societies continues to guide the Open Society Foundation's work. Soros's legacy is complex. To his supporters, he is a champion of human rights, democracy, and social justice. His billions have supported freedom fighters, marginalized groups, and democratic transitions worldwide. To his detractors, he is a symbol of unchecked globalism and liberal elitism, a puppet master controlling the fates of nations from the shadows. Regardless of one's view, there is no denying George Soros's impact on the world stage. From his days as a child evading Nazi persecution to becoming one of the most influential figures in finance and philanthropy, Soros's life story is a testament to the power of adaptability, intellect, and conviction. Soros leaves behind not just the wealth he accumulated or the institutions he helped shape but also a continuing debate about the role of money, influence, and ideology in shaping the future of societies. Whether hero or villain, Soros's place in history is firmly cemented as a man who, in more ways than one, sought to challenge the status quo and reshape the world according to his vision of freedom and openness.